Well, another realm that David mentions is in verse 10. Not only does weakness increase, look at verse 10. He says troubles increase. David notes that his enemies were as much present at the end of his life as they were at the start and all the way through. You know what David notices? His enemies aren't abating. His strength is abating. His security is abating. His awareness of what to do is abating, but his enemies aren't. And so that causes him to see his troubles are increasing. When he was stronger, he could hold them further away, but he's weaker and they're coming closer. And that is how life is, we discover, the older we get. From troubles with mobility to troubles with relationships. Life just fills with troubles. It becomes hard to get up, hard to get around, hard to sleep, hard to hear, hard to remember, hard to trust. So you know what happens? Troubles multiply. Anxiety seems easily accessed. Bitterness always seems near at hand. Fears multiply. Enemies imagined and enemies experienced all run together. There begin to be emotional troubles. Some struggle with lifelong depression. Financial troubles. Some have constant financial needs and hardships. There are family troubles. Some have hurtful children or burdensome and ungrateful parents for many years. I read a biography this week of someone whose mother lived till they were 66 years old. And it said that she was the most ungrateful and unthankful person for all their care, all of her declining years. But all these troubles get heavier to bear the weaker we get. So look at verse 9. When weakness and troubles increase, David declares he has an unwavering choice. In the present tense, this is what he has chosen to do. Verse 9, he learned to trust God to the end of his life. He said this, do not cast me off in the time of old age. Don't forsake me when my strength fails. He said, based on your past track record, you've been with me from birth, then don't cast me off. He was renewing his contract. He says, I want you to know I can trust you to the end, and I want you to help me to know that, O God. And look at verse 10. David learned to take his fears to God in prayer. It reminds me of the hymn, take it to the Lord in prayer. Do thy friends despise, forsake thee? Take it to the Lord in prayer. And he learned to do that. Look at verse 10. For my enemies speak against me, and those who lie in wait for my life take counsel, saying, God's forsaken him. But look at verse 12. Here's his prayer. He took each of his fears to God in prayer. And if you want to neutralize, if you want to zap them like bugs on those, you ever have those glowing purple things that have electric wires in them and the bugs go in, they go, I mean, it's really fun, to watch, bad for the bug. Well, if you want to zap your fears, look what he does. Verse 12. O God, do not be far from me. O my God, make haste to help me. In a modern sense, David trusted God as much as people trust dialing 911 these days. As much as people trust those little things you can wear around your neck and you can push that buzzer and someone will come help you. And older people, they get that around their neck and they feel secure. They get a for sure way they can buzz 911, they feel better. When the God of the universe stands right beside them and says, let me zap your fears. Just pray your fears to me. Verse 12, God, don't be far from me. Do you think God won't answer that prayer? Let your requests be made known unto God, and the peace of God that passes understanding will keep your heart and mind. Make the request known. Let your fears be known. He says, oh God, don't be far. Make haste to help me.